All right, guys. It's about 11:30, so just under an hour. Because when I started walking, it's probably close to an hour. Wow, sorry. That's my lungs. That's my asthma. Gonna have to take my steroid pills. Finishing those off before I have to go and see the doc again to get my inhaler because it's out. So the steroid's helping me for now, as well as the backup inhaler. It's not the other one that I usually get. It's a lot stronger. So far the steroids are working pretty good. Anyways, back on the health vlog again. I did the walked for about an hour. Who knows? I didn't count the steps. I could have counted that. Next time we'll do that, see how far I actually get inside of an hour just walking. On my walk, I had fun actually, because I was exploring this park. Like I think I pointed you out before, but there's this whole school and there's a whole other thing going on with fields of people, soccer fields over on that other side. And I got to, my nephew went here at one point. He's living in Seattle with his dad now, but I remember I used to come over here and just pick him up in that lot over here, but I didn't see any of this other part of the school. So I pretty much meandered around the whole school. There's like a little track. It was like those little ones where you do like a 50-yard dash time, like you time somebody. It's like a little 2 strips there. Felt like walking on sponges. I like that because the track was already, I didn't want to walk on the main track. They did have a track in there, but there's people in there practicing football. Man, football is so big here in Texas. People come to watch practices. This was just either tryouts or something going on. This wasn't like a game. I thought it was a game because of how many people were there. Man, that's how seriously they take their football here, though. They're here just for that. Like, probably watching every, whatever, if they can, watch every minute of it. So it's pretty cool, that kind of support system these athletes got. And watching those young guys strut around the field, I was just, man, back in my day when I felt like I could just run forever. But just watching those guys is kind of like, wow. Yep, they're young, full of energy, ready to take on the world. It's pretty cool. That kind of motivates and energizes me. But what I loved about this walk was that I kind of found that that's how I should walk. I should always be discovering new areas, like walking around, discovering a new area, kind of exploring, like being an explorer, basically. And just having fun, being creative with it, so it never feels like a routine that I have to keep doing. Sometimes when you get in these routines, you start going, oh no, I have to go on another walk. It starts getting like, it starts getting repetitive, and what's the other word I want? A word that doesn't come to mind obviously right now. But it gets mundane. There you go. That's the word I was thinking of. So, boring. You never want to be bored, my friend. You want to have fun. And if you have fun, you'll want to do it again and again and again. And I need to do this kind of stuff again because this is better for my body. So yes, that was great to discover that, because I haven't done it in a while. I've been 3 weeks going at my channel and just sitting on my bum doing all that work. And it's good to do all that work. I can still do the work. I just got to make sure I put in my schedule on my calendar to go out for at least an hour and explore and walk and get my cardio on, right? Well, another thing I discovered during my walk was I was writing in my mind, like rhymes and stuff. So that was cool, because I could have brought like earphones and listened to music and just enjoyed that. But now I'm thinking, oh, this is a great time when you got writer's block. I don't think of it as writer's block, because I never force myself. I just let it come to me, or I'll just think of something and be like, just start writing and messing around with it. Start messing around with the words and stuff. And that's when I came up with I decided to do a rhyming vlog, or rhyme vlog, which is called Rhyme. And it's just me rhyming words and just messing around with them like a rapper, or like a poet, or a wannabe poet. I could even study poetry and just see how they're putting words together. But I'm just having fun with the words that I know that come to mind that I can maneuver or manipulate. So I did that, and then as I thought about that, I already talked about it on that blog, on the Rhyme blog thing. The idea came to do a blog vlog, which is like, because I've been writing a lot lately. Well, not lately. It was this past year, towards the end of the year, at the beginning of this new year, I was doing a lot of writing because of the political climate, and I didn't even fancy myself a writer. So I want to go in there and kind of explain the background to that, and then read off the stuff I've written. It's all saved on Facebook, so I'll be putting that out in public, on public display, just so people know what my thoughts are. I mean, I'd rather be truthful about those, and just show them that I can shift in my thinking. If there was thinking one way because of one thing or a certain set of programming that I was listening to, that I'm always going to keep an open mind and see if there's another perspective or another way to look at it. And someone else could, if they have a better idea, let me know. We can have a competition, see the battle of the ideas, see which one wins. May the best man win, right? And it's not necessarily about winning. It's just about, sometimes you could be right, but that's not necessarily the end result you want. You don't want to just be right. You want to find compromise. You want to create peace. You want to have a peaceful resolution. You want to have a resolution that is beneficial to both parties. If it is at all possible, do all within your power to try and seek that out. And so, because it's always, a lifetime of war. We've seen that people who stay so steeped in their ideas can actually stay in a mode of warring amongst one another. And I'm not trying to point out any specific groups here and highlight them as a bad example, but those of us who, it's pretty obvious, those of us who know, who's been at war for 2,000 years now, that's the result of just never looking outside of that box. And each side has its own box, and therefore it's always going to be a conflict. And those on the outset that are trying to create peaceful resolution for this can see, because they're outside of those boxes. They're like, hey, I'm outside of this, I'm looking at you. You just took the time to look at your people that you're trying to kill. There's a lot you have in common, and you probably won't want to kill them because you'll be like so sad, you're so brokenhearted. It's like killing your brother or killing your sister. You don't want to do that. But if you're stuck in your box and you're just continually looking at them in a certain way, well, then it's probably, you'll never see them as your brother or sister when it's actually real. It's actually true. That's the tragedy of life, right? Tragedy. The tragedy and the ironies of life. Another deep topic I didn't want to get into because this is supposed to be for my health. So anyways, just want to report on that. Had a good walk. I'm going to go ahead and go do my thing like I said I was going to do before, because I still didn't feel that cleansing me out. But it's a good habit to get into. Perhaps doing that will also help me to be more regulated in that way. Okay, guys. Nothing but love for y'all. We'll see ya.